Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to cover our new custom instructions feature in Nurture. The use case for this is I'm in an assessment here. I've had a couple of students that have submitted their work and I've tried to give feedback for them, but I feel the feedback is a little bit maybe too generic, or I want to instruct the assistant to refine the feedback, and I have to do it for every single student, and I don't want to have to constantly tell the assistant the same thing over and over again for every single student, right? So in this case, I have this student here, and I just feel that the feedback was a little bit too generic, and I am constantly having to tell the assistant in this chat here to instruct it to do a certain thing, and I have to do that for every single student. So what I can do now is you'll see there's a new section here called Customize the Nurture Assistant. And if I open this up, I can enter in any custom instructions that I want, and then the assistant should follow those instructions for every single student. So in this case, I have some instructions already ready to go. I'm just going to paste them in. So in this case, I'm going to say this essay should be approximately 1,000 to 1,300 words, and essays under 900 words should be penalized under purpose. So in your analysis of each student's work, give me the word count of their essay and analyze it appropriately. And finally, for the personalized feedback comment, I'm just instructed here to do not use what went well and even better if structure in the personalized feedback. Use the strengths, improvements, and goals structure instead of this for every personalized feedback comment. So if I save these settings, and you can put any instructions you want in there, those are just the ones that I'm putting in here for this demonstration. Once I've updated those, the next time I open up this student, you will see that well, you won't see this, but there is a message, a system message that is sent to the assistants like this. Now, you won't see this on your side, it's hidden in the background, but just to give you context of what's going on here, it updates the instructions for the assistant like so. And you'll notice there's a button here called Reset Chat. So what I'm going to do is after I've updated the instructions, every time I go into a new student that they've uploaded their work, I'm just going to click this Reset Chat button, and that's going to reset the chat for that particular student. It's going to clear everything for it, and it's going to start over again with the new instructions. And after a few seconds after resetting the chat, it has restarted again and it's given me the analysis. So let's look at what it has done. So in this student's work for purpose, it requires feedback because the the essay is significantly under the required word count of 900 to 1,300 words. Which it's given me the word count, so it knows that the student needs feedback on purpose, and which is exactly what we were hoping it would call out. So in this case, I'm just going to agree with the analysis here. Now I've skipped ahead just a couple of seconds and I've already agreed with the grade that it's suggested after this. And you can see here, following your custom instructions to use strength improvements and goal structure, here is the feedback for the student. So strengths, improvements, goals. It's not using the what went well or even better if, and it's calling out, in the goals, aim to meet the word count there. So I'm just going to agree with this, and this should populate the feedback comments for this student. Now, once I'm happy with the student, I'm just going to close back out of them and open up the next one. Obviously, you could just cycle between them, but I'm just showing you the going through them. And again, I'm just going to reset the chat for this particular student. And once again, once it has given me the analysis, it has started with giving me the word count. So it has gone through, it does reckon the student needs a little bit of feedback on purpose, but that's not really specifically related to word count, but it has done that from my instructions. So I'm just going to agree with the feedback here in this instance. We can see as well here in the grade that it has given the student a slightly lower score for purpose compared to some of the other learning outcomes, which was the goal. Now that isn't really related to the word count, but it is probably being a little bit harsher on purpose and really trying to analyze it. So it has given a slightly harsher mark just on purpose. But overall, happy with the grade here. So when I skip ahead, once again, the feedback comment is following the strengths, improvements, and goals structure, which is exactly what I was looking for. So I'm happy with this. But the overall point of this video is just to show you no longer need to be constantly um, telling the nurture assistant to behave in a certain way or to deliver feedback in a certain way. You can just set it in the custom instructions, and then when you reset the chat after each student, it should be able to follow them. Okay, so try it out. Let me know how you get on. Make sure that every time you do update the instructions, that you reset the chat. Now, what I mean by that is, let's say you may do three students, and after the three students, you find that you're typing the same stuff out to the assistant in here. What I would do then is go back, add the custom instructions that you would have been putting into this box for every single student. And then for the remaining students in your class list, you should be resetting their chats. Now you can always go back and redo the three um, that you did previously. But the point is, you do need to reset the chat each time you want it to update the custom instructions for all students. So that's it there. Just a reminder, you can access these settings here under customize instructions. You can actually, I believe you can access them as well in the individual student. So if I open up this student, you've got reset chat, but you also have this feedback settings button. So if you open it up here, you can edit them on the fly. Just remember that each time you do update the settings, you do need to reset that chat so that the assistant has can essentially reset itself with that context. So yeah, let me know how you get on, and if you've any feedback, you can always pop us an email.